It's a nuisance, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay. So, this is to my ex-wife Jenny. Although actually I'm starting to remember things I didn't say in the earlier broadcast, whatever you call it, vlog to Day and to Tommy. Tommy. To Monty. Yeah, I was trying to explain to them I'm very familiar with the dynamics or the psychology involved of this situation with a father that they've rejected, think of as being, I don't know, less than human, less bad, you know, a wrong one, okay? I know because I've lived it, and I understand that to them at the moment I'm history, I'm, you know, Peter Max. But, of course, once I understand how they're thinking and how they've come to live with that and to make peace with that, I don't accept it, can never accept it, because being with them again, talking with them again, loving them again, being able to show my love for them again, is the most, not the most important thing in my life. It's the only thing that keeps me alive. The only thing. Okay. Yeah. So I'm looking at a couple of notes I made because I really do run out of ideas. What was I going to say? Yeah, that's it. Right. Mum. Jenny, shall we say. You did tell me about 2 to 3 weeks after the bust up, when you met me at a roadside in Sandmouth, and asked for my joint checkbook back because you didn't want me running around without a job and without an income writing checks, which is fair enough. As you drove off, you got in the car and took the thing from me, the check from me, and you said, "You don't know what you've done to me, do you?" Something about the way I was acting somehow was not. You thought the way I was acting showed that I didn't know what had just happened, the bust up, what it had done to you. Now, at the time, it struck me as a loaded thing to say, and I realized that it meant a couple of things. It could mean several things. I'll come back to that. I'll come back to that one day, soon, in one of these vlogs. But look, you've never allowed us to talk. You've always kept us off balance. You've whipped up this hysteria of hatred, distrust, fear. I don't know how you've done it, but you have, and you've sustained it. You've done it brilliantly, you know. Okay, it would be nice to think you could do it constructively and positively instead of practicing the black arts. Again, this could be the wrong thing to say. Well, I'm saying it because I don't feel anything. I don't feel hatred. I did earlier in the nearly 20 years that I've not seen my sons now. I did, and I went down also. I mean, when you're long-term prison sentence, and I'm a prisoner locked out rather than in, you do. I mean, Ben's going through it. Mickey's going through it now. Feeling hostility towards his brothers and his mum, to you, and you know, I'm talking him through it now, and I think he's getting through it. But I haven't thought, I've never wished you any harm, or I've always wished you good luck in finding a new life, a new partner, whatever. Yeah, I just wanted just to be a part of my son's life, just a part. Okay, that's all. So, you know, you've prevented us from talking. You should now be constructively canvassing, campaigning to get me and the boys back talking again. Me and the boys and Mickey as well. Okay, I've not covered anything I wanted to. Yeah. It's just again to say to the boys that because of my experience with my dad, I was always absolutely determined to show every day or every chance I could how much I loved you, to make you know that, to feel that. So I don't understand how I am this ogre. You must. Okay, yes, I had a bad temper. I was under pressure and I didn't handle it, couldn't handle it. Never could. I still do things now. For instance, Tom, I know one of the things you remember, when I started to ring up the computer firms because when we had trouble with a problem with our PC and the Amiga, wasn't it, in those days? And then I'd be shouting at you when you're on the phone, putting you under pressure, ask this, ask that, do this, do that. I'm afraid I still do that. I do that now to Mickey when he's ordering us a kebab or a takeaway. I can't help it. He does. I'll tell you why. The local kebab place, we've got a similar address to somewhere in a nearby village called Kilgetty, whereas we're in Sandmouth. And they sometimes have gone to the wrong address with our takeaway and turned up here an hour late and a cold, sludgy meal to eat. So I'm guilty of that. The thing about criticising your tea, now that was just a joke, and that has been turned, I guess, into something more sinister by very wrongly and badly. I mean, that I think is intentional. Okay, but what the hell? Okay, don't punish Benny for being loyal to me. Don't. Okay, because he's going to keep on being loyal to me. So don't do that. Yeah, please. Give us both a chance. Now then. Oh heck, I was going to say something else, didn't I? That's it basically. Look, we've got a lot of things on Spanish properties to send you, which I want you to see. Anything I've forgotten now, I'll squeeze in on a future vlog. Okie doke. Cheers.